Yes, I'm Bill Nelson. I'm the chair of the Global Resilience Federation.
Can you tell us how the Business Resilience Council was formed?
Yes, back in 2020, I had been formerly the CEO of the Financial Services Information Sharing and Analysis Center, or FSISAC, and I had left in the beginning of 2019. There was a change in management, kind of a change in direction at FSISAC in one particular area, and that was in the area of support for physical and geopolitical threats and vulnerabilities and incidents. And they made a decision in October of 2020 to only focus on just cyber. And we had felt when I was at FSISAC that physical and geopolitical and other types of threats were also equally important. If you look at things like 9/11, Katrina, the Superstorm Sandy, and even during COVID, it was happening in 2020, a pandemic. It's important to keep companies informed about what threats they might have to their infrastructure. So we ended up and told FSISAC that we would be forming a new group called the Business Resilience Council. It would be a multi-sector group focused, at least initially, on physical and geopolitical threats. Of course, that has evolved into many other different services on a multi-sector basis.
So, Bill, who are the members of the BRC?
The BRC, or Business Resilience Council, has many different industry verticals that are members of the organization. They range from financial institutions, payment processors, and others in the financial services industry, but also from manufacturing, energy, law firms, a whole host of other different types of organizations. We actually have some school districts that are members. So it's a wide variety of different types of organizations, and really they share information on a multi-sector basis.
So, Bill, what are the different activities and working groups that the Business Resilience Council has?
Well, there are really four primary areas of interest, I think, that the BRC is involved with. One, it started out as really focused on physical and geopolitical threats, vulnerabilities, and incidents. It's expanded beyond that to also include cyber threats, incidents, and vulnerabilities, and the sharing of that information on a cross-sector basis. So you're not just getting it from one industry vertical. Also, we have a really important initiative called the Operational Resilience Framework. And it took us several years it's really all member driven in developing a framework around operational resilience, which is really restoring to at least minimum viable service levels for really organizations that may have a destructive type of attack, either cyber or physical. Another area that we have been heavily involved with is third-party risk, and particularly third-party risk connection idea that we came up with. We've been running a third-party risk conference for a number of years. I think it's been 6 years now. And we've included now trying to get more involvement by third parties by being part of this collaborative defense community. And lastly, we also do exercises. The exercises range, in the past we've done some relative to particular industries, but also we've done some relative to particular instances or attacks that might occur, and being able to prepare for it.
So, Bill, tell us, what do collaborative defense communities accomplish?
Well, that's a great question. I think most people associate that with information sharing, and we don't really require companies that join to share. You have the option to share, but there's tremendous benefits in sharing. For instance, if you have an incident that occurs at your company or your organization, it could be a government entity or school district or hospital, whatever, you're sharing that information within your, let's say, your vertical, your industry vertical at your ISAC level, in most cases, your Information Sharing Analysis Center level. And that information allows others, your peers, to thwart the same type of attack that might hit them next. So we see that happening a lot in other sectors now. You're sharing within your vertical, but also sharing on a cross-sector basis. And we can do that now with secure chats and also regularly scheduled cross-sector information sharing calls.
My name is Chris Denning. I am the Chief Security Officer at the Global Resilience Federation. I am also our Director of Business Resilience. I run our Business Resilience Council. And in addition to that, I'm our Facility Security Officer. At GRF, we have a Business Resilience Council. The Business Resilience Council, which is a community in which all of our other communities come together to collaborate. In addition, organizations which aren't necessarily members of other communities can also join the BRC specifically. In that community, we focus on resilience, period. And what does that mean? Well, it's everything, all kinds of security, but it's maintaining operations, not just before, not just after an incident, but preparing proactively to stay open, to maintain your operations while something is going on. So what we're trying to do is help fortify physical, your cyber, essentially everything, so that you maintain your resilience and you can maintain your operations while these events are going on. We have a lot of different groups, working groups that are focusing on different pieces of what that resilience means, and we're putting out some publications such as the Operational Resilience Framework, which I think will be game-changing, and that we hope will get not only widespread adoption, but actually maybe become a standard for industry.
So Brian, what is your role at the BRC?
I'm a technical project manager. My primary focus is around operational resilience and several of our other working groups. I've helped produce products that will redefine what business resilience looks like in the coming years. Organizations join the Business Resilience Council because they're serious about their security and their resilience. The Business Resilience Council provides threat intel and actionable intelligence that'll help an organization be more resilient and more secure. And it does this in a way that no other ISAC or information sharing community does. It does this across all sectors, across all hazards, across all types of events, providing unprecedented levels of intel and of collaborative defense opportunities.
So Brian, what is the Operational Resilience Framework?
For a long time, organizations have depended on this concept of restoring fully and then turning their services back on. This has left their customers and those dependent on their customers and the industry they're in kind of hanging in the wind. The ORF is built to address this gap. The ORF will provide a clear roadmap for an organization that wants to take their service that fails completely and has to be restored completely to deliver that service at an impaired level through a disruption. It's a clear 7-step process that'll provide unprecedented levels of resilience and a clear path towards increasing that resilience.
So Stacy, can you tell me what your role is at the Business Resilience Council?
So my name is Stacy Elliott, and I am the BRC's security analyst. I'm also the main point of contact for member portal communications. I publish the majority of our written products, and I do intelligence briefings on our monthly member calls, the cross-sector call, and any pop-up calls that we might hold in case of emergencies.
So Stacy, tell me about what products and services the Business Resilience Council provides.
So the BRC's products and services include intelligence briefs that are on current major geopolitical events that might have impacts on member communities. We also produce a monthly all hazards report that reviews and updates those intelligence briefs and also includes cybersecurity incidents and alerts from the previous month as well. The BRC also publishes situational awareness reports and interactive dashboards when emergencies happen, such as the COVID pandemic or natural disasters like hurricanes. We also hold threat intelligence calls that are strictly for BRC members, and we also have TLP Clear webinars once monthly on current cyber and resilience-related events that anyone is welcome to join and participate in.
We are the Business Resilience Council.